On Sunday, near the end of the Super Bowl halftime show, a single tear rested on my cheek as I recalled the injustice inflicted upon Janet Jackson's nipple. What a difference 15 years and 48 hours can make in the life cycle of outrage. So this story is about 3 nipples, one belonging to Ms. Jackson, which was crucified after it was accidentally exposed by Justin Timberlake in 2004, and the 2 affixed to the tatted-up torso of Adam Levine, which were deliberately showcased on Sunday like crown jewels in a traveling exhibit of the coronation regalia. 1 inadvertent, fleeting Jackson nipple, global scandal. 2 deliberate Levine nipples in 2019, crickets. Now, I don't want to get into a vicious debate about how male and female memory zones are culturally divergent. I read National Geographic as a teenager. Yes, some societies sexualize the female breast. Some do not. Fine. Whatever. All I'm saying is the entire world owes Jackson's nipple a massive apology. If you missed Sunday's halftime show, or were passed out face down in the guacamole and wings, since the game itself was a bigger snooze fest than Roma, this is what you need to know. Precisely 12 minutes and 23 seconds into his lackluster performance with Maroon 5, Levine gazed into the crowd at the Mercedes-Benz Stadium in Atlanta and yanked off his tank top like a Chippendales dancer at a Mormon bachelorette party. It took Levine 0.77 seconds to remove the hideous garment. Was that tank top repurposed from rejected Martha Stewart doilies? And chuck it away. I mention this only because that's 0.21 seconds longer than Jackson's nipple was ever seen in real time, without the aid of pause and rewind. Basically, Jackson's nipple was a blink in the cosmos that shook the earth. By comparison, Levine's nipples were juggling grapefruits while reciting Atlas Shrugged in Latin. It's outrageous. Jackson's nipple got Jackson blacklisted. It nearly destroyed her life. The Grammys slowly backed away and shook a disapproving finger. Former associates gave churlish interviews to advance some dubious version of "I don't know what she was thinking." There were baseless allegations the exposed nipple was a publicity stunt. Endorsement deals vanished overnight. The U.S. Federal Communications Commission, always inclined toward puritanical overreach, launched legal action against CBS, proceedings that would play out for nearly a decade until the courts tossed the suit. Her nipple was a pariah. Her nipple triggered excruciating think pieces on the moral decay of society. People forget that Jackson was strong-armed into filming a grainy mea culpa that looked and sounded like an ISIS hostage video. I am really sorry if I offended anyone. That was truly not my intention, and under her olive blouse, that nipple was positively seething. It was put in a headlock, tormented, mocked, maligned, beat up and spat upon by sexist fiends who ultimately blamed it for the actions of one man. It was Timberlake who ripped open Jackson's bodice with the overenthusiasm of a high school virgin, exposing the nipple for the world to see. Timberlake is 100% responsible for that areola cameo 15 years ago. That nipple is on him, now and forever. But, incredibly, he got a mulligan. As Jackson was forced to move out of America, as her nipple inspired backlash and merciless condemnation, Timberlake became an even bigger star. After liberating the bejeweled nipple for less than 1 second, Timberlake was rewarded with a spike in popularity and approval. If he had pulled down Jackson's pants, he'd now be Secretary General of the United Nations. I am hard-pressed to think of anyone in the past 15 years who was more wrongly maligned, mistreated, denigrated and mischaracterized than Jackson's nipple. It was minding its own business on a Sunday afternoon when Timberlake forcefully introduced it to the world. That nipple wasn't a scandal, it was proof of sexism. And this is why I now shed a tear for you, nipple. This is why I feel your pain, nipple. In the context of Levine's awkward strip show on Sunday, this is not just a double standard, it's quadruple vile. Jackson's nipple should be awarded punitive damages for emotional suffering. That nipple should be taught in public schools. If the world has no problem with Levine's gyrating, naked torso on Sunday, and my wife certainly did not, then it's time for all of us to beg forgiveness from Jackson's nipple for 15 years of cruel injustice. That nipple should be celebrated with parades and fireworks. Donald Trump should invite that nipple to the White House for fast food. There should be commemorative coins emblazoned with that nipple. The NFL should create a new trophy in the likeness of that nipple. Give that nipple the keys to every city in America. Give the nipple whatever it wants. On Sunday, Adam Levine exploited his nipples and nobody cared. 15 years ago, Janet Jackson's nipple was exploited and people lost their mind. Sorry, nipple. Forgive the world for getting it ass backwards. Vinay Menon is the Star's pop culture columnist based in Toronto. Follow him on Twitter, @Vinay Menon. Report and air journalistic standards about the Star when it comes to expert advice. Come to US, new NEWSLETTERADVICESIGN up.